Camilla in awe of adorable little girl during visit ahead of Canada tour with Charles. Camilla, Duchess of Cornwall, had a brief exchange with an adorable 5-year-old during her latest engagement. The Duchess of Cornwall headed to Canada House in Trafalgar Square, London, alongside Prince Charles on May 12. Ahead of their 3-day-long tour to Canada next week, the royal couple met members of the Canadian community in the UK and received a salute from members of the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. But Camilla's attention was caught by an adorable 5-year-old, Ailey, who stood out from the crowd of well-wishers inside the embassy as she was wearing a stunning white and red dress decorated with maple leaves. The Duchess couldn't help but exchange a few words with the child, who showed off her outfit and silver shoes to the royal. Ailey stood at the bottom of the stairs inside Canada House and was among the several children waving Canadian flags during the royal visit. Those in attendance were also prompted to wish Charles and Camilla a bon voyage ahead of the beginning of their tour next Tuesday. Camilla and Charles appeared in high spirits during the engagement. The Duchess paid tribute to the nation she is about to visit by wearing a red wooden dress by Bruce Oldfield. During their engagement, Charles and Camilla spoke with High Commissioner for Canada in the UK Ralph Goodale and his wife Pamela. They also sat down to sign the guest book and posed for a picture with Canadian flags behind them. The royal trip to Canada is part of a series of tours abroad being undertaken by the royals to mark the Platinum Jubilee across the Queen's overseas realms and the Commonwealth. Between May 17 and 19, Charles and Camilla will travel more than 2,000 miles from Newfoundland and Labrador to the Northwest Territories. This delicate visit will also feature a solemn moment of reflection and prayer at Heart Garden on the grounds of Government House. Joined by Indigenous leaders and community members, Charles and Camilla will pay tribute to Indigenous victims of the residential school system which saw thousands die or abused. Chris Fitzgerald, Deputy Private Secretary to Prince Charles for Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Affairs, said, "Their Royal Highnesses will first take part in a solemn moment of reflection and prayer at the Heart Garden, on the grounds of Government House, with Indigenous leaders and community members in the spirit of reconciliation." Heart Gardens are in memory of all Indigenous children who were lost to the residential school system, in recognition of those who survived, and the families of both. Canada's Governor-General Mary Simon, the first ever Indigenous representative of the Queen in the nation, said in a statement to be excited about the royal visit. She stated, "This visit is a chance for us to showcase the evolution of our country, our diverse and inclusive society, as well as the resilience of Indigenous communities." Today's visit to Canada House follows a series of engagements the Prince of Wales has undertaken on behalf of his mother the Queen. On Tuesday, he read for the first time the Queen's speech during the state opening of Parliament, after Buckingham Palace announced the sovereign would pull out of it as she was experiencing mobility issues. The Prince of Wales represented the Queen as one of her councillors of state, and was accompanied to Parliament by another councillor, Prince William, and Camilla, Duchess of Cornwall. On Wednesday afternoon, Charles and Camilla braved the stormy weather in London to greet hundreds of guests at the first garden party at Buckingham Palace since the beginning of the pandemic. The couple was accompanied by Princess Anne. The palace has announced there are 2 more garden parties to take place in London and a third at the Palace of Holyrood House. However, due to her mobility issues, the Queen won't take part